Hello, everybody. My name is João Vitor, and today I am here to talk about the Boulet Brothers Dragula Season 5, Episode 8, Humungous Horrors. So, for this week's floor show, the monsters had to transform into a drag kaiju. But what is a kaiju? A kaiju is a giant, enormous monster that destroys cities and kills people. So imagine Godzilla, Mothra, something like this. Right now, let's talk about the floor show looks. Starting with the Boulet Brothers. So, I like the makeup, I like the hair, but I don't really like these looks. But they look like two detectives. I can see them searching for evidences, resolving cases for sure. The first monster is Nyoharu X. I love this look. It's very monstrously beautiful. At the same time that it scares you, makes you feel fascinated because it's so beautiful. I love the idea to be this type of serpent dragon, some type of snake dragon. I love the triple head idea. The middle head, for me personally, looks like a bird head, and the other two heads, dragon heads. It's amazing. I loved the long tail with the scales and the sharp spines. I also loved the texture of the tail skin. It's very rough and bright at the same time, so it's very reptile. But my favorite part of her performance was when she did the dragon smoke breath, when she did the. I loved that. I also loved when she destroyed the city with her tail. The next monster is Blackberry. So her drag kaiju is inspired by an insect queen who attracts with her beauty and then kills. Yes, I can see this. It's a moth, I loved because it's very like fairy and magical monster. I loved the face morphology, the antennas, the compound eyes, the makeup, beautiful. I also loved the outfit, the fur fabric, the wings, the hair. It's so gorgeous. I can see this monster moth killing people and destroying the cities with toxic powders, toxic dust, or hurricanes. Something like this, for sure. The next monster is Trob Zombie. I love this look. The vibe of this look for me, it's like a warrior, ready to fight. I also see a mix between a bat because of the head wings and a lizard dragon because of the segmented tail, the body texture, the scales, the spikes. Yeah. I loved the idea of the tail being segmented because create this type of 3D illusion, It's very beautiful and I love the texture. I also loved the makeup. It's very monstrous, especially with the red contact lenses, create this monstrous effect. Amazing. My favorite part of Trub's performance was when they threw acid saliva on the city, because I can see the dragon inspiration. The next monster is Fantasia Royal Gaga. So her drag kaiju is inspired by a poisonous centipede. For me personally, I don't see too much centipede in this look. What I see is a mix between a superhero, a fighter, and an octopus. Especially the octopus, because the legs reminds me of octopus tentacles, and the circles on the legs reminds me of the octopus suckers. For me, if the legs were segmented, it would have looked more like centipede legs. I also miss the centipede morphology details on the face. The poisonous fangs, the grotesque mandibles, I miss these details. But despite that, I like this look. I like the color scheme, the red with the yellow. It's very colorful and vibrant. I also like the material choice, because the material of this outfit, it has a glossy effect on the stage. It's bright with the stage lights, and yeah, it's beautiful. The last monster is Orgotic. So his drag kaiju is inspired by flesh meat. I like this look, it's very monstrous, and I like especially the skin texture, because the texture of the skin looks like raw meat, and it also looks like the skin has been bruised. I also like the long extension of the head. I like the tongue coming out of his mouth, and I also like the monster feet with the claws. I like the claws. And I also like the idea to use the boots in the place of the arms, I like this idea. I think it's interesting. The winner of this week's Floor Show Challenge is Orgotic. Yay! Congrats to him. So this week we had a bottom 4 composed by Blackberry, Fantasia Royal Gaga, Nyoharu X, and Trabe Zombie. The bottom 4 monsters had to face the Extermination Challenge. For this week's Extermination Challenge, the bottom 4 monsters were separated in pairs of 2. What they have to do is, they need to stand on pedestals and hit each other using Puggy sticks until one of them falls. Not only fall, but you need to keep destroying your opponent. The exterminated monster this week is Fantasia Royal Gaga. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to Fantasia. I'm gonna miss her personality. She had a journey of ups and downs in this competition, and I hope she returns in a future season.